heels still echo through the floor. Though you don't live here anymore, each step repeats a soft refrain that whispers through my brain. I listen close and count the beat of love that walks discreet, echoes through the floor of all we had before. You danced in socks, you laughed too loud and swore you'd make me proud. Now emptiness becomes the score of echoes through the floor. The hallway light still flickers once, a nod to past response. I sit in corners where you twirl, your music still unfurled. And when it rains, I swear I feel your rhythm still real. Echoes through the floor, too loud to just ignore. You walked away but left your tune like distant afternoon. My memories wooden, soft and sore from echoes through the floor. I tried to lay a newer rug but missed your loving tug. Echoes through the floor, still tap behind each door. I hear your joy in every room, a pulse beyond the gloom. And though you're not here anymore, you live in echoes through the floor.
We stitched this quilt in late July, when skies were full and high. You chose the blues, I picked the gray, to mix the night and day. Now every square still breathes your hand, too soft to understand.
Half the quilt is mine, still sewn in perfect line. Your side still smells of tea and smoke, of dreams you never spoke. I wrap myself in threads and time, but half the quilt is mine.
I sleep beneath the part you made, where light refused to fade. The patches hold the songs you knew, and lines you stitched in blue. I touch your side and whisper low, but warmth refuses flow.
Half the quilt is mine, still worn but still divine. You left before the final row, but left a love that shows
Some warmth remains when colder eyes, in cloth that still survives. Half the quilt is mine, still speaks in every sign. I fold it slow and dawn appears, and dream of stitched up years. Though you took time and breath and sign, you left half the quilt as mine.
The drawer still holds the things you wrote, each word a little note. They curl with time but never fade, like truths we never made. I read them slowly one by one, till paper meets the sun. Letters in the drawer speak louder than before. You couldn't say it face to face, but left your final grace. I never needed any more than letters in the drawer. You signed your name with trembling lines, like chords in minor signs. Some spoke of love, some held regrets, some cried in ink still wet. Your silence now is hard to take, but words refuse to break. Letters in the drawer still knock on every door. You said you'd stay, then said goodbye on pages folded shy. Send replies, it's true, but I still write to you. Letters in the drawer still sing like waves to shore. Each page a piece you left behind to echo in my mind. You even more, I read letters in the drawer. The moonlight spilled across the lace and wrapped your resting face. You stirred your tea, then looked away, but left your soul that day. The cloth still holds your quiet grace. have chilled, the wine went warm, like love that missed the storm. You left your spoon, your empty cup, like words that gave up. Now moonlight finds the same old scene where we once chased a dream. Moonlight on the tablecloth, still smooth though time grew rough. No tear was cried, no glass was thrown, just light on what was known. I washed the cloth, but not the glow of what will never show. Moonlight on the tablecloth still wraps around our loss. I see your hand where none remain, and feel that soft refrain. The night may pass, the cloth wears thin, but moonlight draws you in. We cut our hearts from paper thin and lit a flame within. The candle flickered when we kissed, a warmth that can't be missed. But fire and paper rarely blend without a burning end. Paper hearts and candle flames played soft and reckless games. You held me close, then moved away, too quick to ever stay. Now ashes whisper both our names from paper hearts and candle flames. I kept your note beneath my bed, each line that you had said. The wax still stains the table's grain and burns like sweet refrain. We tried to tame what couldn't last, a love that burned too fast. Paper hearts and candle flames still dance in midnight frames. No glass could shield the spark we made past the coat you used to wear, still laced with evening air. The scent remains like summer wine, though you outlive the line. I breathe it in and close my eyes and fall where silence lies. The perfume fades too slow, still clings to what I know. It dances down the hallway walls like you. In midnight calls, the years have come, the winds still blow, but love fades far too slow. I tried to wash it all away, but scents refuse to stray. They hold the shape of nights we shared, of lips that once had cared. You left with nothing in your hands but scent still understands. The perfume fades too slow. It tells what I won't show. Though footsteps died upon the stair, your ghost still lingers there. And even after hearts are burned, the scent has never turned. The perfume fades too slow, like snow that will not go. You vanished fast but left a trace that time cannot erase. So every breath I take, I know your perfume fades too slow.
I sit beside the silent phone and know I'm here alone. You used to call at 3:30 with song you sang for me. The silence now just hums regret for calls that never met. The phone that doesn't ring still holds a certain sting. I keep the ringer turned to hide, but here, no lullaby. You promised I'd be everything. Now I wait for nothing. I scroll through texts that never came, each one a ghost in name. You used to joke in clever rhymes, now gone with passing times. I stare and blink, but still no light, just hours turn to night. The phone that doesn't ring still pulls at every string. No ringtone stirs the quiet air, just just echoes of despair. Some phones don't break or scream or fight, they fade without a light. The phone that doesn't ring still waits for anything, but no one else knows how to call like you once did it all. I listen still for that one thing, the phone that doesn't ring. The pillow dips where you once lay, still warm by end of day. It curves like you still rest your face, a ghost of soft embrace. I turn my head and press in deep where dreams no longer sleep. The pillow misses you each night and morning too. Your scent, your breath, your quiet sigh still float, though you said goodbye. I close my eyes, I see the you, because the pillow misses you. Your side remains a sacred ground. No sleep has touched that sound. I dare not move it, fold or change. It's yours beyond the range. You whispered once before you'd leave, but never taught to grieve. The pillow misses you more than I ever knew. No lullaby can take your place. No hand, no soft embrace. And even when the bed is made, your form will never fade. The pillow misses you, still stained in love's soft hue. It holds the ache I sleep into. Each night I dream of you, and when the dawn breaks something new, the pillow misses you.
I found your scarf behind the chair, still holding midnight air. The scent of you, the quiet thread still wrapped around what's said. I pressed it close and closed my eyes where love still softly lies. The scarf you left behind still ties me to your mind. I never washed the final trace of lips and silken grace. It flutters like the winter wind, that scarf you left behind. The weave is worn, the edges torn, like hearts that loved and mourned. But every strand still breathes your skin and sighs of where you've been. You used to wrap it in your hair, now silence holds it there. The scarf you left behind still comforts and reminds. No season feels the way you do, but here you still come through. They say let go of things that fade, but some were never made. The scarf you left behind still warms my aching spine. And though you vanish from the room, you float just like perfume. One knot remains forever tied, the scarf you left behind. I made a list of songs you missed, each note a promised kiss. We talked of dancing once or twice, but dreams don't roll the dice. I played them loud the night you left and cried in quiet theft. The songs you never danced to still echo in the blue. I move alone across the floor, but feel you at the door. The rhythm sways, but not for two. Just songs you never danced to. I wear the dress you used to praise. It floats like yesterday. The radio still hums the sound of steps that weren't found. You swore we'd waltz beneath the sky, but left without goodbye. The songs you never danced to still tell what we once knew. I spin beneath the songs you never danced to. Now dance alone and true. You kept your feet, but lost your heart and left before the start, and still they play the whole night through. The songs you never danced to.
Two spoons in the sink, two spoons still sit inside the sink like time refused to blink. We shared our tea at 10:30 and never touched again. You left them there like final proof that love was not aloof. Two spoons in the sink still rust and make me think of morning sweet and silence deep, of words we didn't keep. No tablecloth, no missing link, just two spoons in the sink. The sugar bowl remains half full, your cup still calm and dull. I pour for one but set for two in case you come on through. They clink against the porcelain wall like echoes of our fall. Two spoons in the sink, no time to stop or shrink. They hold the love that stayed too long, then broke without a song. Some endings hide in daily things, not in what sorrow brings. Shadows softly wink. They rest where we last said goodbye and watch the days float by. And though they're just two shapes in zinc, they speak more than we think. You left the record spinning slow, our song from long ago. It crackled like your final words, too faint to be heard. The needle traced a fading line of love that once was mine. Vinyl on repeat still dances at my feet. chorus loops, the verses plead, but miss what hearts still need. You walked away, the sound was sweet, but left the vinyl on repeat. I didn't lift the arm to stop, afraid the tune would drop. Each chorus felt like you returned, then vanished where it burned. I hear you laugh between the clicks, in grooves and broken tricks. Vinyl on repeat, a ghost in every beat. No button pressed, no song replaced, just silence we embraced. Some music plays when love is gone, but still keeps going on. Vinyl on repeat, still warm and incomplete. The record turns, I sway alone to echoes we had known. The music fades, but not the heat of vinyl on repeat.
By the window light, as stars took back the night. You said you'd come before the moon, but dusk arrived too soon. The porch stayed still, the coffee cold, but hope refused to fold. Waiting by the window light, with every shade pulled tight, I swore I saw you in the glass, but hours wouldn't pass. You said goodbye would feel so slight. I'm still waiting by the window light. The chair still rocks with phantom gray, still chasing your embrace. The lamp burned low, the clock grew slow, and you let silence grow. I left the door a little wide, so love could still decide. Waiting by the window light, the stars all blinked contrite. They couldn't hold the vow you broke with just a breathless smoke. Some promises don't leave a fight, just fade with window light. Too numb to ride, but even still I'll stay. if love comes back to me. And though the room gives up the fight, I'm here, waiting by the window light. You used to sit beside the glass and hum along to songs that past the light would rest upon your hair, like dawn was waiting there. Now silence wraps the evening chill, but I can hear you still. Whispers from the window call me when it's low. Your voice like mist upon the pane still sings through every rain. And though you've gone where I can't go, I live for whispers from the window. I left the curtain open wide, hoping you'd come inside, but all that lingers is your scent in dreams that never went. I talk tonight like you're still near, and every breeze feels clear. Whispers from the window, soft and sweet and slow, they echo truths we never said, but kept inside instead. Though no one else will ever know, I wait for whispers from the window. Some goodbyes don't slam the door, they drift forevermore. Whispers from the window, the only way you show. You promise not to fade away, and here you are each day. The moonlight bends and seems to glow with whispers from the window. Your teacup sits there undisturbed, a whisper unrehearsed. The porcelain is chipped and worn like hearts that mourn. You held it like a fragile vow, still warm, but not now. Your teacup on the shelf, more honest than myself. It knows you left with gentle grace, but won't give up your place. Though time has changed the world itself, you stay in that teacup on the shelf. The saucer holds a silent ring, a mark of everything. No one drinks from it but me, and only tenderly I sip the air where you once were, blur. Your teacup on the shelf, a shrine to love itself. I never moved it, never dared, as if you still cared. Some things we keep not out of use, but love we can't reduce. Your teacup on the shelf, more true than any help. It keeps your hands, your scent, your style, and waits a little while until the day you come yourself to take your teacup off the shelf. Dialed your number out of time, just past the stroke of 9. The tone rang out like silent tears that span the missing years. No voice replied, no call returned, just static where we burned. Calling you at night, like I did when love was mine. You always picked up on the third and smiled before a word, but now it's only fading line, calling you at night. Phone still holds your contact name alive, that plays the same. I stare and listen for the sound of love that can't be found. I speak your name into the air as if you're still out there. Same old sign, I'm still calling you at night.
The curtain swayed like ocean tide when you were by my side. You'd hold them back and laugh out loud. Now they just feel like shroud. The wind still finds its way indoors and dances on the floors. Curtains on the breeze still whisper memories. You touched the hem and smiled so light before you left that night, and every breath the window sees still moves the curtains on the breeze. I kept them tied the way you taught, like love that can't be bought. They flutter soft when no one speaks, like lips against my cheek. They don't forget the shape you made or how the evening swayed. Curtains on the breeze still hold the old reprise. They watched you love, they watched you leave, and now they help me grieve. The fabric hums in silent song that sways when I feel wrong. Curtains on the breeze still call me to my knees. They move like you still haunt the door, then fall and touch the floor. I close my eyes, the window frees, the curtains on the breeze.
Your heels still echo through the floor, though you don't live here anymore. Each step repeats a soft refrain that whispers through my brain. I listen close and count the beat of love that walks discreet, echoes through the floor of all we had before. You danced in socks, you laughed too loud and swore you'd make me proud. Now emptiness becomes the score of echoes through the floor. The hallway light still flickers once, a nod to past response. I sit in corners where you twirl, your music still unfurled. And when it rains, I swear I feel your rhythm still real. Echoes through the floor, too loud to just ignore. You walked away but left your tune like distant afternoon. My memories wooden, soft and sore from echoes through the floor. I tried to lay a newer rug but missed your loving tug. Echoes through the floor still tap behind each door. I hear your joy
love still rests beneath the thread, where stories go unsaid. The leather soft, the lining thin, still holds where you'd been. I tried to wear them once again, but felt your ghost within. Gloves in your drawer still speak of something more. They fit your hands like second skin, like love that once had been. And every winter feels unsure without the gloves you wore. The stitching frays along the seam, like threads inside a dream. I keep them close though spring has come. Their way still leaves me numb. You never came to take them back, just left a final track. Gloves in your drawer still hold the shape I swore to never lose, to never lend. But time had other ends. Some things we never learned to fold. We just pretend we're bold. Gloves in your drawer still beg to be restored. I place them gently side by side and let the stillness bite. And though you warm my hands, no more you live in gloves you wore. You always left the keys inside like love you couldn't hide. They dangled from the copper frame, still echoing your name. Each jingle was a whispered hope, a song too short to call. Keys left in the door, still waiting like before. You said you'd come and get them soon, but never face the moon. The lock remains the hardest sore for keys left in the door. The hallway hears no footstep now, just silence on the brow. I stare at brass that won't let go of nights you used to show. I keep the light above the mat for ghosts who don't come back. Keys left in the door, still tremble like folklore. No hand has reached to turn the key since you let go of me. I dust them once and then once more, the keys you left before.
Found your letter in the rain. The ink was smudged, but not the pain. Your words ran down the paper spine, still saying you were mine. I held it close and let it drip, each drop another slip. A letter in the rain, still bleeding out your name. You wrote of nights we couldn't keep, and dreams we lost in sleep. Though pages melt and can't remain, I keep your letter in the rain. The mailbox stayed too long unclaimed, like hearts that can't be tamed. I knew you'd left, but left behind a verse still intertwined. Your script was soft, your truth was clear, even through a tear. A letter in the rain, so fragile, so humane. I tried to read it to the end, but feared where it would bend. Some love is made for storms and strain, like words you can't explain. A letter in the rain still calls me once again. You said goodbye but didn't say why hearts should fade away. And though the sky may drown its chain, I hold your letter in the rain.
The clock beside the vase, the clock still ticks beside the vase, like time can't leave its place. You filled it once with daffodils and smiled at simple thrills. Now both sit still and yet they speak of love that reached its peak. Clock beside the vase still marks your steady grace. Each second clicks, each petal drops, and yet the ticking stops. You left too soon without a trace, just a clock beside a vase. The flowers dried, the stems bent down, like hope that slipped and drowned. But Time still walks its lonely ring without remembering spring. I stare at both and breathe in slow for what they used to show. Clock beside the vase still haunts this quiet space. You never missed the hour hand till fate changed every plan. Some love can't keep the perfect pace. It breaks in time's embrace. Clock beside the vase still counts in empty grace. I never changed the battery to leave your time with me, and in that room I still embrace the clock beside the vase. The curtain swayed like ocean tide when you were by my side. You'd hold them back and laugh out loud. Now they just feel like shroud. The wind still finds its way indoors and dances on the floors. Curtains on the breeze still whisper memories. You touched the hem and smiled so light before you left that night, and every breath the window sees still moves the curtains on the breeze. I kept them tied the way you taught, like love that can't be bought. They flutter soft when no one speaks, like lips against my cheek. They don't forget the shape you made or how the evening swayed. Curtains on the breeze still hold the old reprise. They watched you love, they watched you leave, and now they help me grieve. The fabric hums in silent song that sways when I feel wrong. Curtains on the breeze still call me to my knees. They move like you still haunt the door, then fall and touch the floor. I close my eyes, the window frees, the curtains on the breeze.